Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, cats, here we are at Sweet Remedy once again for episode 57 of the B Graders. And Matt, winter has hit us.
It has.
It has been teeming down for almost a week now. I've ridden in the rain 4 times, which is unheard of. But we have found a break in the weather to do the filming.
Yes, winter's hit Perth, no doubt about it. But hey, this is winter in Perth for anyone who's watching us interstate. It rains for a bit and the sun comes out like it's a summer's day. So
and then it rains again, it gets wet, then you get dry, and you get wet, and you get dry. And sometimes trees fall over bike paths and you have to climb over them with your bike.
Climb over with your bike. And it's also Hilton McMurdo, hardest man north of London. He was out on his bike the other day. He was on a new bike, so he had to put a picture of himself up there on Facebook with his new bike, and it was teeming with rain and all that. Mick Russell did the same thing.
Yeah, Mick Russell sat on his bike.
Wim Sefton did the same thing.
Sat on his bike under the awning. Didn't actually go on it.
I wouldn't have bothered getting dressed.
There you go.
Point. Anyway, what's going on?
Well, mate, the last week, a bit quiet on the racing front. There's been a few things going on. We had a
bit quiet on the racing front.
Well, you know, there's not much going on.
You got the Dauphine, you got Tour de Switzerland, you got CXWA, you got CSWA, you got Masters, you got ADA.
Well, okay.
What do you want?
Everything. I want everything. But in WA, we had the CX race on the weekend, and it was won by a good friend of ours, employee of mine, Guy Calmer. Again, he is the CX god when it comes to WA.
He's not a god.
No, well, the CX god.
He's just Guy Calmer.
He beat Tom Ford and Justin Nash.
Yep. Nashy. Well done, Nashy.
He apparently fell off, but that's not unusual for Guy.
CX racing.
The women was won by Andrea Coleman from Kate Swain and Martina Finn in really, really good conditions out there.
Good course out at Vic Park as well.
Yeah, and you know, great conditions for cross, wet.
Well done to Stuart Bander Carson.
He does
all the
very
hard
well.
Work with all his volunteers out there.
And is he going to be doing some hard work this week? Because they have a double header coming up at the spiritual home of cyclocross in WA, Garvey Park. The 23rd and the 24th of June, Saturday, Sunday race. So if you're
not this weekend,
it's the weekend after. Sorry, my mistake. If you're interested in doing a cross race, you've got a choice at 2 that weekend. And you could probably do 2 if you wanted to.
Good. Need a cross bike then.
You know, no, you can ride a mountain bike if you so wish in the lower grades.
If you're a sook.
No, well, I wouldn't say a sook. But
so what's been happening in Euroland, Euro boy? Anyway, he's off to Europe tomorrow, by the way.
Yes. Tomorrow, well, in Euroland we had the Dauphine, or as some people like to call it, the Dolphin.
Dauphine.
And which was won by a very, very skinny Geraint Thomas.
Very skinny Geraint Thomas. Finally stopped eating cream buns.
Well, between the classics, where he was slightly chubbier, and not chubby, but slightly chubbier than he is now, to the Biafran famine victim that he is now, he won that.
He looks like he's been training in Kenya.
He does. He beat Aussie's own Adam Yates.
Yep.
Who won the last stage convincingly, and the great hope of French cycling, Romain Bardet, was 3rd overall.
Yep. If it's not quite 3 weeks and doesn't have a time trial, Romain Bardet could be as good as Jacques Anquetel. I tell you what, Dan Martin, good to see Dan Martin from the UAE team having a great win.
Great win, second to last stage, attacked at the right time. Showed off his bad dental work to win that stage as he was grimacing all the way to the line.
It was nice to see the bad smile of Dan Martin for a change, because he's struggled with the new team. Hasn't worked out for him the way they'd hoped, but coming onto form at the right time.
Well, if he's going to the Tour, this is the time to start looking at your form.
Tell you who is coming on form at the right time by the looks of the teams. The Tour of Switzerland is underway, and they had a team's time trial to start things off. And the great white hope of Australian cycling, Richie Port, his BMC boys, put it together on stage 1 for the team's time trial prologue, and BMC won, which was very nice to see. Gero was in there as well, riding majorly for Richie this year, riding for BMC, so it's good to see that the man is starting to come on form. Peter Sagan, there's no such thing anymore, sorry to stop you, there's no such thing anymore as the curse of the rainbow jersey.
Well, there's not when it comes to Peter Sagan, because he is just the best bike rider going around, both on the bike, off the bike. If you listen to interviews with him, he's just funny. He does very well. He wins when he wants to win, and when he doesn't win, he doesn't make excuses. He just says, well, I wasn't good enough today.
The only thing I'll say about Pete, and
Pete's your mate.
Pete can take this or leave it. He can take it any way he likes it. Won the first stage, went past Gaviria like he was standing still. It was a very good win. But on the next stage, Sonny Cabrelli from the Bahrain team showed everyone he's a very fast bike rider. And Peter Sagan after what happened at the Tour de France last year, I would have thought, keep your nose a little bit clean before the Tour de France, because knew he couldn't get through the gap. He's tried to go through Colbrelli and Gaviria. He's literally tried to go between them. There wasn't a handlebar's width, so he's just alerted himself to the judges again before this side of the Tour. Not the smartest thing to do.
Having said that, I don't believe the one at the Tour was his fault. I think it was young Mark Cavendish trying to go through a gap that wasn't there.
Oh, I agree with you, totally.
Anyhow, Tour de Suisse, I think, is probably the better Tour preparation race this year. A week later, given that the Tour starts a week later.
Well, we'll see, won't we? And Froome not riding either of them.
No, he's at home playing with his...
Mikel Landa not riding either of them.
It's raining. It's raining. It's all right. It's a sun shower here in sunny Perth.
Sweat pouring off Adam.
We had the Masters race on the weekend, Matt. It was out at...
Well, we didn't.
Casuarina. Well, I didn't.
There was one.
It was a race out there. Numbers were a little low.
Yeah, we're a little low, and we always get a little bit of, I wouldn't say rubbish, but a little bit of banter from members of the Masters fraternity about how we never mention all the winners of all the grades. We tend to lean on A grade. A grade's the elite, but this week we're not going to mention who won A grade.
And we might, but we're not going to.
But we're not going to mention it in a good light.
No.
We're going to mention who won B grade. Pat Woods won B grade from Unicorn Racing, and the reason we're going to mention that is because Pat Woods' team, because numbers were down,
the blessing of unicorns that they are.
Blessing of unicorns that they are. They donated their prize money back into the club because numbers were down. They didn't want the club to lose money. The same wasn't reciprocated by our A-grade elite riders.
Wade, Lance Keeser and Scotty Sanders, good mates of ours, good fellas.
Well, they were up until this show.
They kept their money. That's their right to do it. They kept their money. I mean, you look at Pat Woods. He's fueling a pregnancy at the moment, not his wife himself. He still donated his money back.
Yes. So, anyway, we just thought we'd mention it.
Well done to anyone who braved the elements and raced on the weekend. You're better than me. I went for a ride, got drenched, but at least I didn't race.
Speaking of braving the elements, CSWA had a road race up at Chidlow, and it was the young guns. Craig Wiggins was the winner.
Connor Lay was second. Wiggins who won the Tour?
No. And our mate, co-host, Tyler Lindorf, was third, the junior under-19 national champion.
And he's off to Andorra in a week or two to go training pre-Worlds.
So well done to Craig. It was tough conditions out there. As far as I know, there was pretty good numbers out at Chidlow. Nice part of the world. So we'll just see how the Chidlow course transpires. You know what else has been announced
this week, Matt?
What's that?
The Tour of Margaret River got announced, the stages this week, and my lordy lord, some hills.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm going to go and get smashed up again, as usual.
And we've heard some good news about one or two of the riders who are coming too.
Yes, we'll let the race.
We won't mention them because I don't think they've actually said in the official of who is actually coming. So we won't be the bearer of that news.
But look forward to some interesting people and big names.
Now, we like to have a joke on the show. We like to do a throughshot. Now, what we've been doing this year is we've got this Mariana Vos skin suit, which was given to us back at the Grey and Brown Supercrit last year. And what we've been trying to do is improve our numbers on our YouTube channel subscription to get numbers up. And if we got to 500, then we'd make sure that we randomly drew a winner of that. The numbers haven't absolutely gone through the roof. I think we've picked up about 90 extra people, but what we have done is we've gone from about 300 people on our Facebook page up to 593 as we go to air on our Facebook page. So thank you very much for everyone who likes the page. So what we've decided to do, or what I decided to do, and just told the boys about it, is when we hit 600 on the Facebook page, we are going to randomly draw somebody to win the Mariana Vos skin suit. So 7 more people.
7.
And we're going to announce who wins the Mariana Vos skin suit. And it will be random.
It will be.
I'm not going to win it.
Oh, I can't.
Doesn't fit Toggers.
It's not bling enough for me to wear it.
It's not see-through enough for Toggers to wear.
And look, and thanks again to our regular contributors who have...
Nick Cowie, once again, thank you very much. If you want to send anything through us, as Adam points it across our little cheat page, Matt1 at iinet.net.au, episode 50... Oh, no, Matt1 at iinet.net.au is where... And it goes to him.
Goes to me.
And he forwards it if he wants to. We don't see it, me and Adam.
Sometimes not. Anyhow, look, we do sometimes have to read a cheat sheet, as someone complained to us about once, because, we can't remember everything. And thanks to Guy Kalmer for providing us with the CX results today, because if he hadn't have, we probably wouldn't have talked about it.
No, would have, because I read it on the CX website, because
Yeah, but
I like CX, and
I love it
Newcastle
too.
does a great job. And
see you guys.
bye bye.